First, Star Jones blasts Barbara Walters, calling her an adulterer. A shocking new statement and what happened when Barbara heard the verbal blow. It is the slap just launched by Star, telling Us Magazine on Stan's Friday, quote, "It is a sad day when an icon like Barbara Walters in the sunset of her life is reduced to publicly branding herself as an adulterer, humiliating an innocent family with accounts of her illicit affair, and speaking negatively against me, all for the sake of selling a book. It speaks to her true character." Today at a book signing, Barbara did not acknowledge Star's diss. Walters' rep tells Us Magazine, quote, "I will not dignify this with a comment. Barbara's written words say it all." Barbara's memoir, Audition, is a bestseller, #1 in its first week in release. 725,000 copies went out, few remain in the stores, and there is plenty of dishing. Page 498, she writes of Tom Cruise. While Tom wants to be open and candid, he has learned over the years to deflect with a laugh any question that makes him uncomfortable. He is one of the nicest people I know, even though I usually walk away from one of our interviews wondering what, if anything, I got. Today on The View, Tom complimented by asking her this question.
When you became the first woman ever to anchor the evening news, seated next to Harry Reasoner, that moment in time would forever empower other women to reach for their goals in any field that they chose.
Oh, Tommy, baby.
The book is explosive, Barbara revealing the most intimate details of her personal and professional life. That includes Rosie O'Donnell's implosion on The View.
When she was on The View, it was a roller coaster ride. When it was up, it was great. When it was down, it was down.
He said nothing, and that's cowardly.
No.
After this on-air scrap with Elizabeth Hasselbeck, Rosie left the show and wrote her own book, Celebrity Detox. Upon reading it, Walters says she wanted to cry. Page 558, quote, "Rosie once more called me a liar who betrayed her. Mixed up in the criticisms were protestations of love. It was such a seesaw of emotions. I didn't know how to answer her." She says Rosie would then send her emails, and she describes her as tender and now calls her a remarkable and talented woman.
Rosie is now saying that her biggest problem with The View is that she should have been in charge. But when we first talked to Rosie, she didn't want that. She said, no, I want to just be one of the members of it. And as it turns out, that's not what she wanted. She wanted to be Diana Ross with the rest of us in the chorus. And that was very difficult for her.
Star Jones is criticizing Barbara Walters. She's speaking out about Babs' new book. Her new book is Audition, okay? And this is the quote. It says, "It's a sad day when an icon like Barbara Walters in the sunset of her life is reduced to publicly branding herself as an adulterer, humiliating an innocent family with accounts of her illicit affair, and speaking negatively against me, all for the sake of selling a book." I have one thing to say to you, Star Jones. It's better to be in the sunset of your life than to be able to block a sunset. Tony, I know you're good friends with Star Jones.
I am not, but I do love this topic because in the book, Barbara Walters admits to having an affair with a black senator. And that's how good Barack Obama's doing, that white women are freely admitting to sleeping with black men. They're like, hey, I slept with a black man too.
This is what pisses me off about Star Jones. Barbara Walters is the only reason anybody even knows who Star Jones is, okay? Before that, what was she famous for? That pubic hair trial with Clarence Thomas? That's how she became well known. She was reporting on that pubic hair, okay? If it wasn't for that one little pubic hair, she'd have nothing going on.
They stapled her mouth shut. I mean, I think they should have stapled her mouth shut.
No, that would have been a better option. And by the way, Barbara Walters didn't make her lie. She came out and lied to everyone and said she did Pilates. I don't have scars from Pilates, okay, Star Jones? They don't put you under anesthesia when you do Pilates.
And it's hard to take her comments seriously when they come from the set of a Payless shoe store commercial.
I just want to know where all that fat goes. Do you think she uses it to cook with? Did she hold it? Like, did she put it in an urn, like up on her mantle? And I think this is how she's gonna get back at Barbara. She's gonna like go all Carrie on her ass and like hide out in her house. And like when Barbara's like going outside to smoke a cigarette or something, she's gonna just pour her fat over her head. I think that's
I'm falling in love with you, Hyla Matthews. I think I have a girl crush on a redhead, no less.